Hello, brothers and sisters. How are you today? I have a great message from the universal God. The message I'm going to give you is very important. So I give you to what's going on now, but also our answers. Each day I give a video. I get actually the spirits talk with me as well. And one thing I have to say, all of us are in the fight. Truth movements, churches, we're all in this fight. We're all playing a part. So I'm outside the system. I'm playing a part, but also people like your truth movement, your churches, we may not agree with everything, but they're also part of the fight. So I got a message yesterday about that. So I didn't see it from the bigger picture. So even though I'm talking only love, there are people that we need in the fight that sees really what's going on. And then the people outside can also decipher that. But it's all about love, and it's all about the system we're in now and what's going on now. And I appreciate you all for tuning in. I thank you for the likes. I thank you for the comments. If you're new to me, hit that subscribe and hit the like button. And first and foremost, if you're new to me, you must be in spirit. This message is a spiritual message. And thank you for tuning in. I have very good news for you and answers. Today's topic, system collapse, 2030 vision, new earth, age of Aquarius, love frequency. So this message is about a system collapse, but it's not a fear message, and it has answers, and it's done in love. So if you enjoy the system we're in now, where the government are the leaders and you think everything is going fine, this message is not for you. Because I feel different. The system is actually collapsing. So out of love, I send you this. If you like the government as your leaders, and you think everything is going fine, this message will not resonate with you. So that being said, I'm going to start off with some scriptures. And this is all what's going on, but also answers. So I'm going to read for you Ephesians 6:12. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against cosmic powers, over this present darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. So everything that starts the war, we are actually at war. So everything starts above before we feel it below. So it even says in this that the forces of evil. So we always think of the above is always angels and high spirits. That is correct. However, the leaders which lie, cheat, steal, have been using the evil forces against us. And your cosmic power means energy. So they work off our collective consciousness, which is our free will and our consent, our thoughts, our beliefs. And that's how the 1% has been controlling the system. A lot of us keep saying money. No, they do it off our collective consciousness to keep our frequency of energy down. That's how they've been winning. However, a lot of us know now that love is the only frequency you should have. And a lot of people are not happy with the system, whether you're conscious or unconscious. God is hearing all this. And we did it enough where the Armageddon, the slavery and all of that of mankind is not going to happen. So the remaining fight, you see, even the dark forces at the top of the chain that you can't see, that the higher spirits were fighting, they actually left. So from the top down, it's going down. I even did a video a few weeks ago about the system is on fire, but now I'm getting more about the collapse. Do not fear. I'm going to give you answers as this video goes. Why this is happening? Because remember, we're entering a new earth. Second one I want to read to you is Isaiah 58:12. And your ancient ruin shall be rebuilt. You shall raise up the foundations of many generations. You shall be called the repairer of the breach, of the restorer of the streets to dwell in him. So remember, if you're listening to this video now, you were not alive. Everything was already here. But a lot of it here was not built per us. The new world is going to be built with us. So a lot of buildings you see, some we know that's evil. Everything will collapse because a new is needed. And we all know how to do everything. But the leaders have been using us for evil. That's why it must go down. Another illustration, if you want a new car, do they take an old car and make the new car? No, they take the new car from scratch. So that's why the system must collapse and become a new. Same with your food. We know that some foods have been poisoned and these other things. So we're going to be growing our own food and make it alkaline and good for us. Some of the foods, so the food itself, and also another illustration, a building. If you were going to build a new building, do you take the old building and when they do construction, they collapse the building and rebuild it. So we're going to rebuild everything. Everything will be ours. Because there will be no more of a satanic world. Nothing is going to happen right away. So always from this time forward, have 2 weeks of food. Because it's going to be a Red Sea moment. It's going to be a God moment. And if you're of God, there's nothing to fear. As you have lots of time to prepare for the collapse. Everything will collapse. Everything. Because we're getting a new world. So the new world, we're going to rebuild everything from the bottom up. And we will all be of God. The new earth is heaven. Nothing to fear. Noah in the ark, did he fear? No, God's given me the information to give to you so you can just prepare. And you're just watching the slow collapse, because the United States is the last part. It's just collapsing in front of you. Same with your leaders. There will be no leaders it will be collective. So all must go down. And we are collectively, in our thoughts, our beliefs, all of us, even the people that you think you say they're not, no, they're playing a part with their choices where we want to go forward. So we're about 80% there, and everyone's doing it free will, consent, and per the collective consciousness. We work off consciousness, and we work off frequencies of energies. That's why I told you about the cosmic power of energy. Our only energy we should always have is love. The people in charge work off low frequency of fear. They always keep us in a fear. And we all participate in keeping this system going per our collective consciousness, our thoughts, our beliefs. You don't have to say it. God knows you because he's in everybody. He's in everything. He hears you. He knows all. Once again, this is not to fear. This is why everything's collapsing and why a new is coming. Not right away. It's just a preparation. So when it does happen, you'll be like Noah in the ark. And we're needed for the loving arms, for the people that will not know what's going on and still not preparing. Some people still don't even know it's a war. We've been at war for years now. Some are still in the, but when it collapses, they're going to need us with loving arms. Our enemies will start to be friends, because we all need each other. We're the collective They keep using division, 6 feet apart. They use unlawfulness against us, which is things not of God. Let me read for you one more chapter and verse. Proverbs 13:20. Walk with the wise men, and you will be wise, but the companionship of fools will experience harms. We've been letting leaders that are fools, with our consent and free will, who are our servants, public servants, run our country. Which all the world governments, they all going to collapse. Because they are all fools. They are not of God. Don't listen to what a person says. We watch the actions. If we know money's abundance, why is there poverty? Why are there people hungry? We have food, but we don't fight enough to make sure everybody is not hungry. So we all did this. But what happened, I told you, from July 24th to August 8th, they were doing a higher frequency of love to see where everyone's consciousness is at. And enough of us were in the love frequency and then totally got out of the system. So that erased, there will be no Armageddon. But the collapse is needed because the new world is going to be given to us, which are the kings and queens of the land. And I did a video. So I'm getting bits and pieces as I go around and from the outside. So the system, I'm outside of it. But things like your churches and even people in the truth movement are in the fight. So we're seeing they're in the fight. They can't see what I they can't see what I can see, and I can't see what they can see. We all need each other. So my apologies in a love way of doing it. It's just I saw it from one point. But I was given the message yesterday. Everyone's fighting the fight. They're just fighting it the best way they know, or they are a piece of the puzzle. Everyone is playing a part in this system collapse, and we're all asking for it. So now I'm giving you helpful things to help us. Now you know the bigger picture, because new world means new. Everything must be new and built from us. So the houses you see now this is not the houses going to collapse, but in the future, the houses will change. They will be better built. Building structures we know that's evil will go down, and we'll build everything in God's name. Everything is God. If you're in love, you're building in God's name. There will be more peace. There will be no more wars. So the military's got to be restructured from the ground up, because we know a lot of the generals are evil. Everything has to be rebuilt. So God worked on the people first. If you're listening to my message, God made us the new people first before the things outside of us, because we kept looking. He's doing that last. So just stay in your love so you can, when you're in the love frequency, now the higher spirits above us can communicate with you. Your higher self can communicate with you, and you can get the answers, what you can do. Once again, not a fear. It's just a Red Sea moment. You can go Noah's Ark. Sodom and Gomorrah, He's not destroying anything. People have made their choices. So the people not awoken right now, they're going to need us more than ever, because they're going to see everything as confusion and catastrophe, as they're going to be hit and it's their fault. But we must be there to guide and lead them the way, as we have been working on ourselves. So they have a longer journey than us, but we must be there in loving arms. We are nothing but love. So it's going to be a lot of chaos, confusion. So some of the leaders you see now that's putting out these mandates and things, They're holding the line. Their partners behind them are running. Because I told you up top, the beings we can't see, the higher spirits of evil, have already left. They left them. And it's just working its way down. Everything starts from what we can't see, which is of the spirit. We are spirit. And then it works its way down. So a collapse, a big event is coming. But when you know the answer, it's nothing to fear. Go to your Old Testament. Look at every time God cleans, look how he does it. But the people who are really of God, nothing to fear. He's given us time to prepare. You know, have you some water, have a flashlight. And also, as you look around, there's dams now, 3 dams with cracks. We know they're putting pesticides in food, so we must grow back our own food. We can do it. We've been doing all this. We have carpenters. We have plumbers. We've been doing it. We don't need the evil people because they don't do anything. They tell you what to do. They do nothing. So we have all the people, but we all now will work together because when the collapse happens, everyone will, that's when we will all join forces. People will let our differences. So if you discriminated against certain races, that's going to be little as to what's going on. People each day are waking up to the false leaders in front of us, and that's what's going. It's just happening. We're about 80% there from what I'm getting, and I'm just giving you preparation for what's happening, why it has to happen, and why it's going to be the greatest time. Financially, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm going to give you some hints. If you should be putting about I put about $5 a week in Bitcoin. Bitcoin will be our new, so the cryptocurrency will be our new financial system. So each week, put in about remember, I'm 2030 vision. They taught you 2020 vision. So have a 2030 vision. Dogecoin is about 21 cents. I'm not a financial advisor, but these are things that I'm doing. There's also on Coinbase loads of other cryptocurrency. So why are they cheap? Because the people that know what's coming, that they have no control of, because it's collapsing, they're loading up. Gold and silver are still cheap. Because in the new world, gold and silver is going to spike up dramatically from what I'm getting. So it's like $25 now. So they've been falsely letting the thing, because they're hoarding it. And you still have a chance to buy. Because gold and silver, the prices in the future will be unbelievable how much they will be. And you'll regret that you didn't buy it. If you know that, another thing with these corporations, corporation means dead entity. Corporation is a corp. A corpse is a dead entity. So a lot of your corporations you think that are doing good now have played a part in this, trying to get us with the Georgia Guidestones, which is reducing the population down. Because they've been using AI and cloud system to get you to take artificial things within you, not of nature. Once again, this is nature, but they're getting, and nothing's wrong with you because they are all evil. Because that takes you away from your your Christ consciousness, and now they can control you like a computer. They are evil. Their ways are not our ways. Their ways are all evil. But it's all collapsing. So if you hear corporations, be careful who you choose. Do diligent research in your truth movements who expose these corporations, because they're corpse dead entities. So just because you think a company owns it, no, it's someone behind them that owns everything on your stock market. SEC, FBI, CIA, Those are all government agents. They all in the same bed. That's why they do nothing but give these penalties of little spankings and come out and say nothing. They have money that they're stealing from us with the tax money. They do nothing. So all lies. They lie. When you tell one lie, you must tell another lie to cover that. And it's been going on thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And we, per our free will and our consent, have been accepting it. So what happened on this time, a lot of us say, you know what, I'm not going to participate in this system. That's where I stopped participating. And it's been going around. A lot of people say, you know what, I'm not going to participate in it. I'm not going to watch the show. They start losing their power right there. Because now you got someone in the love light and you got someone in the dark, and they can't coexist. That's where God, and you need the higher percentage of the collective consciousness so it all collapses. That's why it's collapsing. So if you enjoy the old system, you're making your choice. There will be a new system here, but it will be of God, and it will be peace. It will be no more wars. Look at the good things coming. 2030 vision. 2030, what you see now will look nothing like now. Also, they got electrical cars, because there will be robotic cars. We're talking future here, and we're talking when we do things, and we will have a higher powers where we could just see things and command it, and it will be done. Everything will be us. So that's what's coming. I just had to give you more of. Some people are using global reset. These words scare, but they're not giving you answers. I'm giving you answers as to why. If you're entering a brand new world, and it's our world, then everything has to be new and built in the name of God. So if I'm giving you an answer now, it's nothing to fear. It's just preparation. When it comes, you say, thank you, God. That's like when Noah was in the ark. He wasn't crying. He was like, thank you, thank you. He knew what was coming. He did the preparation, and God is giving us plenty of time to prepare. You're already being prepared with the new financial system. I just gave you the answer. Because we will be the banking system. Banking, you go for a loan, what do? Reject you. Their friends already in debt with one loan can go get multiple loans. And you can't get any loan and you're paying taxes. And they don't pay taxes. So I just give you answers in the name of the love and light. I hope my message helps you a little bit more about the big event coming. All done through the free will and consent of us, because these beings, spiritual beings, can't step in unless we give our consent and our free will. And you got two timelines going on at the same time. You got those who are enjoying the system, and you got those who don't enjoy. But the ones that don't enjoy the system, we are winning in higher percentage. So that's why it's collapsing. So, like they say, we are the stars. So all your actors, all your athletes, they've never been for us. They're working for the people who are against us, all in cahoots. If they say they're for us, they wouldn't be in the system. They would take their money and get out of that system knowing it's evil. I'll give you a hint of one name. Bob Joyce is rumored to be Elvis. Look it up. He got out of the system. And also, you change your name. Sometimes they fake their deaths to get out of the evil system because it's of evil. The people who have been leading this plane of earth has always been evil. We were always in charge, and they told you they were in charge. They were always designed to be public servants and work for us. So that they're already right there. That's a lie. I think I told you about swearing. When you swear, The word swear is cursing. So when they swear an oath, they're cursing the oath that they say they swear. That's why they know. That's why they look at you strange, because it's all false. Mark Christopher, look him up again. He teaches you about these languages they use on us. I just told you about the corporation. That's a dead entity corpse. Your credit card is all in caps. You are a living man and living woman. Person is all, so they teach you corporation languages. In your homes, you don't owe them. They own all your homes, which is the mortgage. Mortgages are false contracts due to the languages, because you're signing an agreement that you're not aware of. And the bankers are all lawyers. So they know the laws, but they don't do the laws. And the laws that we are under is the maritime law. We are not the republic, the Constitution laws. And then the actual laws that we always abide by is God's law, which is the Torah that he gave to Moses. And the only thing you need to have on this law of the land is really love frequency. During this whole event, stay in your love frequency. Do not fear work. That's all lower frequency. They're winning. That's why they do what they do in front of the cameras, to keep your frequency of fear and worry and doubt. God is only one frequency, which is love. Look up John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That's love. That's all you have to have. That's the only emotion you need right now is love. Then you see the system for what it is when you start rising, and the spirits are every day sending in more frequencies of love. I can feel it now. So as soon as you feel down, start to look up and say, oh yeah, and resonate with that frequency of love, and you rise higher. Each day you do it with your consent and your free will, the higher spirits will give you more of it, and you just rise above the system going down. So the system's going down, you're going up to a new earth. This is all done through the collective consciousness, and it's changing the timeline. Each day we change the timeline as more soul beings rise above the corruption of the system that's going down. You guys have a beautiful day. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It lets other YouTubers know that my message helps you. And then also, when you send out a like, you get many likes back. And anytime anybody gives you any information, you should be hitting the like button, as now you're aware of something you didn't know. Good or bad, you learned something from it. And that's the purpose of the like button. And that's all you becoming a higher being, a frequency of love only. So, love and light to you all. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.